It's Bunny Love, folks. It's much appreciated that you stopped by to check me out to see what was going on. Please subscribe. Please hit that subscribe option while you're here. And also next to the subscribe option is a little bell. If you could click on that bell, all video notifications will come straight to you. Let's get into a little talk about Mr. James K. of My 600-Pound Life. Greetings. Want to talk a little bit about James K. I was not pleased with his story at all. Based on what we saw on the show, I think he is a horrible person. I know that's probably, it's coming across like a not nice thing to say, but I'm just being honest. I think he's a really bad person. I don't like how he treated the doctor. I think the doctor got frustrated with James because of the games he was playing, him and his girlfriend, and it was mainly the girlfriend. James K., I think what really, really got interesting for me as far as his episode was, he being morbidly obese, and he just didn't have the willpower or the drive to lose weight from what we saw. And they had to put him in the hospital on a force control diet to try to get the weight down forcibly. They had to try to, have him put away and just kind of, aside from everyone and everything and all the temptations to get the weight down. So he's losing the weight in the hospital under Dr. Now's instructions. The weight was going in the right direction. And then, after a little while, they send him home. He ends up coming back to the hospital. When he comes back to the hospital, he's 100 pounds. 1 month later, he's 100 plus pounds in 1 month. That's the part I couldn't understand. It was like, how in the hell do you gain 100 pounds, 100 plus pounds in a month's time? You've gained a whole person. You've gained the weight equivalent to a person. So how do you do that? So Dr. Now breaks it down, and he's like, look, you've had to at least been taking in 20,000 to 30,000 calories a day to have gained that much weight. And yeah, that makes sense. If you're consuming that many calories, then you're overeating. It has nothing to do with what you're eating. You're overeating. Period. You're eating entirely too much. You're sitting at the table or in bed in his case, because in this episode, I don't think we've ever seen him out of bed. He's always been in the bed. But you're eating meals that are enough for 6 or 7 people. 30,000 calories, probably more than that, maybe 10 people. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, but the thing is, right, the thing with this, what makes it interesting, Dr. Now was accusing his girlfriend of, getting in his head, manipulating him, having him eat ridiculous like this. And this is where the conflict comes in. The Facebook, My 600-Pound Life discussion groups, they really got into some really serious discussion about James K. And I was just looking at different people's comments, different opinions, thoughts, inputs, all that. You've got some people that were not blaming the girlfriend. They felt as though James K., it was his fault. They're like, okay, she's bringing him the food. She had to bring it to him because he was bedbound. But nobody's holding a gun to his head and making him eat the food. She's bringing it to him. But nobody's forcing him to do it. He's willingly taking that food and gorging on it himself. So you got some people saying that. And then you have some people saying, oh, well, it's her fault. Because if he can't get up to get it, then she shouldn't go get it. Which, that's kind of true. That's kind of true. It's true that he's eating this food willingly. It's willingly. But if he's bedbound and cannot walk, somebody's going to get that food. Now, they've got stuff now with technology more advanced. They've got stuff now where you can, if you got a smartphone, you can order your food. And you can have Uber Eats or Grubhub or DoorDash or whoever bring it to your door. That's true. But I did not see him get up and walk one time in that episode. If so, somebody show me where I missed it. But if he did, let's just say hypothetically speaking, if he did choose to just order him some food online and have it come to the door, how the fuck was he gonna get to the door? He wasn't getting up to walk. Was he gonna crawl or hobble over to the door? Somebody had to bring him the food. Somebody had to bring him the food. So I think they both to blame for that. I think he's to blame, and so is she. She's wrong for even bringing it to him, knowing that this man is supposed to be trying to lose weight. He's gotten himself, hooked up with a doctor that's, put him on a strict diet. She is absolutely in the wrong for bringing him food, tempting him like that with food that, he knows, and she knows that he's not supposed to eat. And he's wrong for eating it. If he knows, well, it's his choice. I mean, at the end of the day, it's his choice whether he wants to eat good or bad. But you're on a show, you're on a weight loss show. You're hooked up with Dr. Now. You're trying to get yourself together. I think it's wrong to waste his time and waste the viewers' time. You wasted our time. We don't want to see shows like that. I don't know how many times I have to say that. We don't want to see shows that are train wrecks. We don't want to see that shit. We want to see somebody that is trying and putting forth the effort to lose the weight. All that drama, I mean, you got some people that live for drama and want to see it. But when it comes to these types of shows, we want to see how the person has changed for the better. And we just did not see that with James K. And I'm going to tell you what, this actually pissed me off. It's rare that I get pissed off from a reality show. And I was hoping by the grace of God that this was scripted. I was hoping that this was not true. But they were James K and the girlfriend wanted their daughter, I believe she was 15 or 16, to drop out of school to be his caregiver. Now, that made me angry because the child is supposed to be in school getting an education. She should not be deprived of an education because somebody needs to caregive for you, bring you food, wipe your ass, and all that type of shit because you ate yourself to immobility. That I just didn't agree with that. I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't. Why should she be deprived of an education? Now, if they wanted the child to help out with him and things of that nature after school, on the weekends, helping the girlfriend help with caregiving, fine. I'm still really not a big fan of children having to do that. But if they really needed the help that bad and they needed to incorporate someone else, then have her do a little extra after school. But to take the child out of school, to even come up with the idea for her to come out of school to help you because you wanted to be a lazy SOB and eat like a... No, I didn't agree with that. And I'll debate that one all the way down to the bottom. I did not agree with that. It was not that child's fault that he ate himself like that. He ate himself to immobility. I mean, come on. Dr. Now wanted to really get the girlfriend in trouble because he believed that the girlfriend was the one bringing him this food and trying to get him to eat like that and keep the weight on purpose because it has been... We don't know for sure, but it's speculation that she had been receiving caregiving funds, for James. And if he loses the weight, he's going to be independent, self-sufficient, and she's not going to get the check anymore. We don't know, and I'm going to say this again, we don't know if that's actually what the case was, but that's what it seemed to be because she was too much trying to keep him overweight and giving him foods that she know he was not supposed to be eating. If you know he can't get up and get out of that bed, then you're the one bringing him that food. Stop bringing it to him. Stop bringing it to him. Let him eat a salad. Just, if you're going to bring him food, bring him a salad. Bring him some water. Bring him some fruit. Bring him some vegetables. All that burgers, pizza, fries, Leave that stuff alone. Don't bring it to him. So I just didn't agree with any of that. I didn't agree with any of that. Dr. Now, and they ended up going off on him. They ended up going off on the doctor. That's another part of the show I didn't like. This episode that I didn't like. Dr. Now, I guess Dr. Now was tired. He was sick and tired of them playing games with him. Dr. Now is a doctor that wants to deal with patients that's actually going to do the work, not ones that's going to waste his time. He don't want his time wasted, and I don't blame him. So Dr. Now told James, he said, look, how about this? How about she doesn't come up here, because he was in the hospital at this time. How about she don't come up here for 5 days? I believe it was 5 days. And I can guarantee you that you'll lose weight if your girlfriend doesn't come around you for 5 days. The point he was trying to make was, if we keep you away from the girlfriend, you're going to lose the weight. It's the girlfriend that got you keep gaining weight. He never lost any weight. He kept gaining weight because the girlfriend kept feeding him all that bullshit. So James got upset and he was like, no, I'm not going to, no. This has been my woman for 25 years. You're not going to keep me away from my woman. So then the girlfriend got upset. She said, I'm sick and tired of you accusing me. I'm not bringing him no food. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. She admitted to being wrong and bringing him the wrong foods in the first beginning of the episode. She admitted to it. She says, well, if I don't bring him what he asked for, it'll be hell on me. I'll have hell to pay. What hell are you going to pay? The fact that he's cussing you out? That's the hell that you're going to have to pay. I mean, he can't do anything to you. He's in the bed. He's 700 plus pounds in the bed. He can't walk. What, are you going to get up and beat you up? Come on now. He started cussing you out, walk out the room. Leave him with a damn salad and walk out the room while he cussing you out. Come on now. So she first admitted to, in the beginning, yeah, she admitted to bringing him food he's not supposed to have. Then towards the end of the episode, she denies it. So which one is it? Are you bringing him the food? Are you bringing him wrong, bad food and too much food that's causing him to gain weight? Or are you not? Which one is it? So, I mean, they had Dr. Now had gotten so frustrated with them, he started yelling at them. He said, I'm sick and tired of you playing games. He said, and you come and you waste my time and you're not doing nothing. I don't blame him. I don't blame Dr. Now for letting them know what it is, because he's got other things to do. People, you know what? Wasted time is worse than wasted money. You can always replace money. You lose your money, you can always go out there and hustle and get more money. But you lose time, you can never get that back. So I can totally understand why that doctor was frustrated, because his time was being wasted behind this man that probably just wanted to be on TV. And that makes you wonder sometimes. These people, they come on the show, yeah, they are truly overweight. They can't make up the fact that they're obese, that they're morbidly obese. But, they're using the fact that they're morbidly obese, it seems like, to be on television. Are you trying to become a star? Are you trying to become internationally known? Because, my 600-pound life is international. There's people over in Germany, Australia, China, everywhere, that watch this show. So are you trying to be known all over the world? If you want to be known, at least be known for something positive. Not for something negative, like a person that gets on television, 700 plus pounds, and they're not even trying to lose weight. They just wasting the doctor's time. That really gives you a really negative image, So, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on James K. This really wasn't very much of a review, but just my thoughts on the show, because the episode is about 2 years old. And I just wanted to, I'm sure you all have seen it. And if not, check it out. My 600-pound life, James K. There's a couple of Jameses, but I'm talking about James K. This particular episode is James K. So check it out. Just giving my thoughts and input. The girlfriend, it seemed like she was trying to keep him overweight so that for some selfish reason, either she probably just didn't want to hear his mouth, or she could have been collecting a check, So it was just selfish on her part. It was very selfish to want to take that child out of school so she could caregive for him. Totally selfish. The child deserves to get an education. Let her get an education. Even if she is at an age 16 years old, even if she is at an age to where she can, in some cases, make up her mind for herself, it's still very selfish. You know, you got to have an education. You know, I mean, come on, it's selfish. So, okay, you guys, I'm done with this. Follow me on every social media platform. The end of this video will have all my information as to where to find me on the net. It's been great. Thank you so much. I love you. Peace and blessings. Check out all my other videos. I got much more to come. Family by the Ton, I'll be uploading those. Reviews, input, thoughts, check me out. The Family Chantel, I'll be reviewing that show as well. Check me out. Peace.
Why can't we go?